Hey you guys, welcome back to the Garage of Metal. The director hat here. Yeah, got some decals. And I apologize for that last video. I got the monkey bike running. Had it running for a while. And then when I went to make the video, the battery died on the camera, so that's why the last video ended so abruptly. When I went to edit, I thought I lost the footage, and I started going crazy. I started looking at all my cameras, and I just couldn't figure out where all that footage went. And I'm looking on 3 different cameras and pretty much going crazy. And then I realized that the battery must have just died on the old GoPro here. So today is a beautiful sunny day out here in downtown Maple Ridge. Construction's running rampant around here. They built so many new buildings, condominiums, townhomes, whatever you want. There's just so much construction going on around here. Yeah, when I moved here in 2005, Maple Ridge wasn't even a full-blown city. It was still unincorporated. Now we're a big bustling mecca. So let's get the monkey bike out here. Got a couple projects to do. We'll show you, get it in the sun. That's the other thing too, it got really cold. I lost the keys to the Focus. So now I'm waiting for all that stuff so I could program it and get a new key in there, because it's got Genius level Ford passive anti-lock system, PATS. I call it PAATS, passive aggressive anti-theft system, because there is no way to jump start, to bump start, to bypass that PAT system without the key. So if you lose your key, you're just poop out of luck with these 96 to 2010. I mean, everything is just getting crazy with the theft here in Canada and all that, so I guess it's all good. But you see, when you kick this, it's slipping internally. See? Sometimes it grabs and sometimes it just slips. And that's the clutches. That's going to be your clutches in there. So I did the right thing and ordered some new clutches off of the AliExpress. I call it A-L-L-E-Y, like working in the alley. Get this camera going for another perspective on life. Yeah, get the double camera action going here. So we're gonna try draining the oil. I got 2 sets of clutches. Look how little they are. Hope they fit. Probably will. So I got 2 sets of these. One for the 1969. This, of course, is the 72. Put that there. find my beautiful gloves. Get the oil drained out of that thing. My little catch basin over here. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out my torches today. Just been waiting for a nice day to get out here because you can't very well torch inside the house, and I didn't want to torch inside the garage full of motorcycles and gasoline and flammabilities. So we get the torch kit out, and we're gonna bend this brake lever back into shape after we drain the oil, or maybe while we're draining the oil, we'll pull that off. So yeah, sorry it's been over a week since I posted anything. Between the snow, and then we got sub-zero temperatures running around, everybody's pipes are freezing up, and my buddy Troy had problems with his well. Everything just running amok. Lost the key for the Focus. Had I known the passive aggressive anti-theft system requires a chip in the key, I would have just went to Ford and got another key a long time ago. So let that be a warning to you guys that have older Fords. I think it's 1996 or 1998 to 2011, I believe. And then after that, you're gonna go to, oh, come on now. I love working on a slanty hill in the driveway like this. Trying to make it more nice for us here in the world. Oh, there goes the oil all over the grass. That's why I did this outside. Knew that was gonna happen. You just stay up there. God, everything's gotta be so difficult. Just change the oil all over the grass. That was nice. Yeah, that's why we're doing this outside. Tired of making a mess in my laundry room. Saved about a half a quart from the 0.8 required. All right, let's get this brake lever off of here real quick because it's in the way of the clutch cover anyhow, kinda. Let's get this out of there. I like to go like this. There we go. I never see that one again. This thing's tightened pretty far, but we're gonna need brakes eventually. But my goal for this is just to get it running. And I guess I didn't need to pin that. I felt that thing slipping. I thought it was slipping internally. I thought it was slipping on the shaft there. But I guess it's the clutch. The Kickstarter goes through the clutch on these bikes. Newer bikes, it's more of a direct. From the kicker goes right to the crank, but on this one it goes through the clutch, and it's an automatic clutch. And if anybody ever put modern automotive oil in here, that would ruin the clutches as well. I suspect they're just worn out from time, because they kind of grab. They're kind of grabbing better now. It's grabbing a little bit better now, but once it warms up, it slips really bad. Modern automotive oil has all kinds of friction modifiers in it, and that just is bad news for clutch material. That's why you have to use regular ATV, UTV, motorcycle engine oil. This is just the cheapest stuff I could find. All right, let's get you off of there. Washer. I don't think this has ever been off. Yeah, nice day out here today. Yesterday it rained all day long. I couldn't catch a break. Took the dogs out to the park, and it was misting and then raining and then drizzling. And then after dinner it just went into full-on rain pattern. So yeah, we're gonna heat this sucker up and we're gonna just bend it back, because that's a heavy-duty piece of steel right there, guys. I don't know how that thing got that bent, but we will fix. Try to see how few tools that I could use on this whole project here. Yeah, I drilled and pinned that, thinking that this was spinning on the shaft, but I didn't know. Gotta live and learn, crash and burn. This isn't even in there very tight. Just whatever would fit at the time. I said I thought that was stripped for sure, but it turns out it's not. It was just doing the thing. It was just doing the thing that it was supposed to do. So yeah, I did a dumb thing 2 weeks ago. I assembled that 1982 Suzuki Katana engine, the 650. I got that thing built, but it was on the table. Here, it was on the table here, and I mean, it started bowing this thing. I moved it to the edge, and it even started bowing the edge of this table. So I did the right thing, and I grabbed it, I picked it up, shoved it up onto this high table here, made out of wood, and just about sprained the hell out of myself. My back was killing me the next day. So I looked it up on the interwebs, and that motor weighs 170 pounds. Technically 5 pounds more than I weigh. So I realized then and there, I'm not going to be doing stuff like that anymore. Let's just take these off. They're so greasy and grody. It's probably a 12 or a 13. Or 14. Let's see what we got. It's probably a 12. Here's a 12. Here's a 13. Yeah, it's 12. So yeah, couldn't figure it out. I mentioned it in a in the Daubers Choppers video when I was interviewing Al. I mentioned it in that I really hurt myself, hurt my pride, hurt my back, hurt my soul. So yeah, we're definitely not going to do that anymore. But building it from parts, right? I mean, you know, the thing was a basket case. Thing literally came to me in a bin. Pistons didn't weigh much, and even the crankshaft didn't weigh much. Camshaft didn't weigh much. Head didn't weigh much. The cylinder didn't weigh much. When you add that thing all up, 170 pounds is nothing to sneeze at, let me tell you. That really blew my little mind. I'm surprised I even picked it up. Tell you the truth, I just bear hugged it, janked it up in the air, and humped it up into position. What a dummy. That was a dumb thing to do. So yeah, I won't be lifting that engine ever again by myself. And that's the other thing too. That's just, I can't build that engine anymore in the laundry room, you know. I can't assemble a full motorcycle in my laundry room. So I'm just waiting for the weather to break like it did today and get out here in the sun. What, did this battery die? Hey, welcome back over here on the little camera. I don't know why that shut off, but that's what happened. See, it just shut off. It's just shutting off for no reason. The battery's good in this one, isn't it? Ah, forget it. Take that one out of the picture. It's got the gimbal on it and everything. But yeah, turn that off. Yeah, none of my stuff works. Everything's giving me a hard time lately. And that's part of the reason too. I was just waiting on parts. I was waiting on these clutches. I'm waiting on a tap so I could finish putting that 650 engine together. The bolt that holds in the stator, I guess, the bolt that holds in the center of the action on that thing, the center of the world, give me a hard time. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sometimes if you just tap these things, they come out. I got one of those extractor tools around here somewhere too. Bang on it and it'll spin for a guy. We'll just see what we can do with basic hand tools here on the monkey bike. Give all these screws a little taparoo. And in case you're wondering, these are not Phillips screws. These are JIC, Japanese Industrial, and I have the correct tool over here somewhere. Here it is, this little gray box. I should write on it, but it's the only one I got like this. And so yeah, this is let's get the right one. Yeah, that looks like the right one. So yeah, this thing's pretty neat. See, when you push on it, it's going to tighten. Turn it this way. When you push on it, oh, there we go. You push it, it's going loose. I'm just not understanding here. It's definitely the right size. Let's see if there's a fatter one. Yeah, that one's a little bit fatter, I think. I just knurled that thing all up. Look at that. I destroyed the tip. Actually destroyed the tip on that one. Wow. Not good. See, I guess the tool is good. The tool is strong, but the tips are garbage. There, it moved. You see that? It keeps resetting. I want to make sure that I'm turning it the right way. That is just look at that. It just nullified the head on that thing. I'm gonna have to get some heavy duty bits for this kit. That is not gonna work. Time to go back to the best tool ever invented. Oh, not a Chinesium one. Where's a good one? There we go. Genuine vice grip. Irwin vice grip brand vice grips. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of these like this, but the exposed ones, maybe. Ah, there you go. Satisfaction. Let's get a magnetic tray over here for all the parts that we're going to lose. Yeah. Got Brady's 80 over there on the side. Waiting for parts on that thing. Wow, this is gonna be a project over here, you guys. It's gonna be a project here. Get these screws out. That's no joke. The greatest tool ever invented. See? So I just need that little bit of a turn and they come right out. That's so yeah, JIC, Japanese Industrial Complex. I don't know what the C stands for, but I have some regular screwdrivers, but I didn't want to damage them. See, it just needs that slight little bit of a turn. I mean, you think that tool that was made for that would get that off of there, but nope. I'm not gonna have any room with that exhaust. Have to wind up taking that exhaust off now just to get to that. I don't want to take that exhaust off again, and I'm not going to be able to get in there. Nope. Should be able to get this one. Wow, that is just on there. Thinking about replacing these with regular hex heads, maybe. Oh boy. There's my neighbor. He got bigger again. Not the neighbor, his dog. Try to Mr. Vice Grip again. Oh, I can see that's just gonna turn, it's gonna break. Oh my God. Yeah. I think I'll just replace these. I'm gonna have to. They're gonna be all goobered up by the time I get them off. I think you gotta really hold this. I think that's part of it. It's not gonna just turn on its own. You gotta really hold it. I just want to make sure it's turning loose. Yeah, turn it. There we go. Finally. Finally. Got one. To work with the tool. So that's the key. You gotta put, see, this thing spins. This thing's just spinning. So you gotta really turn it. You gotta really hold it like you wanna go that way. Yay! Yay! They're all basically the same length, just this one is the longer one. We're down to 2 now. This is the deepest one. So yeah, you want to put like force in that direction and whack it. There we go. Finally. I got another battery in my pocket. If this camera starts malfunctioning on me here, I will put a new battery in its place. You know, I enjoy making these videos. Like I said, it's all a learning curve when you're doing everything yourself. So yeah, you have to put like you're turning it, you're trying to take it off. There we go. Look at how easy that was. Last time I used it, I just banked it and it worked. Oh, and that's a longer one too. So this one and this one are the 2 long ones. I'm gonna need a new seal here too, I think. I bet that seal is leaking like a sieve here. Yeah, that seal is just gone. Woo! Look at that. Look at the inside. A little bit of dirt. Not bad. No metal. Dirt, but no chunks of metal or nothing in there. And yeah, there's our clutch assembly. So we want to put this back the way we found it. It goes that way. And the spring goes that way. And the top plate goes that way. And we're just gonna try to keep that all together. So we don't gotta get, ooh, and is that keyed? No, that could go on any old way, huh? Wild. We just need to get this off. That gasket doesn't look too bad. Dirty, but intact. It's all in one piece. Put a little spoogoo on there, it should be fine. Let's see, do we have a fine? There, that's a fine threaded one. Yeah, look, we knocked that one around. I'm gonna have to get heavy duty bits for this kit. because those two are just junk. So again, we'll put a little bit of pre-turn on it. Whoa, I got oil shooting out at me here. Or is it these? Maybe it's these that takes the clutch off. That's just the cover. Yeah, we'll take these out of here. Wow. Just rounding that thing off. Yeah, it's junk already. Used it one time and it's junk. Wild. If we can get this with the greatest tool ever invented. Yep. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Just slipping. Come on down here. Got more leverage. Got it. Get this one. Oh, I already got that one. Get this one. Come on. Just a little bit tighter. Oh boy. Apparently these are made, you could crank them down like a vise, which is hence the name Vice Grip. Oh, got it. Okay, got those. I don't know how I'm gonna get that one out because it's got the chunks in it. I mean, that one just, yeah, that one's junk. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the bit out of that. I love using a flat blade screwdriver on a Phillips screw. Cracks me up every time I do it. So yeah, I've never taken a Z50 clutch apart before. I've changed lots of clutches in my life. This is my first Z50. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a new seal for that input shaft. And how are we gonna get this one out? With our fingers. And that screw is just solid junk. Just junk. I mean, wild. The screw is actually harder than the bit from this cheap kit. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine that? I can't. I don't know. Well, that didn't do anything. Get the bearing out of there. Probably put the bearing over here in its hole where it goes in the correct ornamentation. That's full of oil. That's good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know the clutch is in here. I know it's in there. It's kind of obvious because when you kick this, yeah, it turns that. See? Heavy duty unit. Heavy duty unit here. Considering it's just a monkey bike. How am I gonna get those out now with a broken bit? Interesting. Had no idea it was going to be this difficult. But everything on this monkey bike is turning out to be this difficult. This thing's just kicking my butt. Taparoo! 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 Maybe if it's pretty decent in there, is that gonna fit? Is that gonna work? Is it gonna be too far, too deep? Ooh, got it. Just barely. Yeah. Yeah. Drop it in the mud. Just like home. It's a specialty nut. So that's great. That's just great. You know, I really thought that Honda was a little bit more serviceable than every single thing is some specialty this and specialty that. I mean, come on, man. This thing is 100 years old and it's got to have specialty stuff in there. But that's my fault. I should have looked it up sooner. There's a little locking. Little locking deal in here. You got to get those out of the way so this nut can spin. I'll tell you, I don't feel like waiting to Friday for some specialty tool that I'm going to use twice. So let's try to get this the old-fashioned way. Get this nut off the old-fashioned way. Ooh, I think somebody's been in here before. I don't think this is gonna come off. Nah, we're just destroying the nut. Ah boy. Honda clutch nut tool. There it is. $14, and you're on a $1 coupon, and we're just gonna buy it now, and we're gonna just place the order, and yeah, there you go. Amazon gets another 14 bucks out of me. Well, I guess we're waiting. I guess we're gonna have to wait till Friday. Today's Tuesday. And why is it, does this happen to you guys too? Whenever you order something that you really need on Amazon, it's always 2-3 days or a week. But when you order some crap that you really literally don't need in your life, it's here tomorrow, man. I've ordered stuff and it's here today. And I don't even need it today. I don't even need it for months from now. You ever get sick of that? I mean, it's almost like they stage stuff in there just to not have it. And it drives me crazy. Put this on this way. And yeah, I ordered the tool, but I'm still gonna try it my own way. Oh, come on. There we go. Hold on to that. Just do your job like you're supposed to. Oh my God. Put the bar clamp onto the other clamp. Or just clamp it like the Beverly Hillbillies. This thing's still gonna spin on me here? Probably. Oh my God, it's still spinning. You're kidding me with this thing. Give it some more gription. So now maybe it won't spin on me. Okay, is that gonna work? Ish. Probably not. Come on. Come on. Nothing. Feel like getting this torch kit going now? I don't. Now this is in the way. Yeah. Now I just pray that I have everything that I need here for this kit to work. God, that's offset in the middle. Wild. Put that in here. Get nice and lost. Power weld. Need a welder to open it. I mean, seriously. Oh, gosh. My God, man. Is it just me, or this thing seems extremely reluctant to open? Got my goggles that I don't need. Put those up on my hat. I got everything out of there. Oh, one more thing. Two more things. Thank God, man. Oh boy. Oh, I guess those are the insides. The Giustamente tool. So this is the oxygen because it says OX, XO. This one's the acetylene. It says AC. And then this is the acetylene, and I think he gave me an adapter to work with their tank, because everybody here in Canada doesn't cooperate with one another with this style fitting. If you buy a tank from one place, it's not gonna fit until you get their specific adapter, and that's reverse thread. See that? If you don't have that specific adapter here, this bottle is gonna be useless. And these two little tanks Cost me over $500. I guess that's the easy way to get that off, huh? Just turn it on. I don't know if that's, yeah, that's regular thread that way. And reverse thread this way. And this is the acetylene, like I said. So we're gonna get you on there. Does it turn? I put it on that tight? I mean, that's just silly. I put that on there with zap straps. My God, man, now the wrench won't even come off. Come on. My God, man. And this is reverse. Ah, Jesus. Tighten that one and then that one gets loose. Try to tighten this one and that one gets loose. A whole lot of room to work in here too. I mean, really. Okay. It's as good as that's gonna get for now. And then I guess oxygen is standard. I guess oxygen is okay. Oh, that doesn't fit. That's just great. This is just great. That one's got to go sideways so it fits. I don't know. That doesn't make much sense. It's silly. Yeah. All right. Oxygen established. Acetylene established. Zap strap. And see if you cut your zap strap on this side, then you got spares for the future if you need them. I don't know why I do that. It's just one of those silly things, I guess. Can't help it. Once you get it in your blood, that's just how that goes. Nice brand new hose. Not even torn apart yet. That's what I'm gonna use the straps for, to keep these things from unraveling any farther than they need to. Yeah, see, tear that to there. So reverse thread on the achterflange, and then see, we'll just reuse this zap to the strap. Chop off the excess. And see, that'll keep it from unraveling, or whatever you call it. Spreading, stripping. Tight. Lefty tighty. Okay, that's sufficiently efficient. Okay, and then we'll get our Torchmandos set up here. And again, the oxygen goes on standard. Oh, yeah, the green is oxygen in this case. The green one goes on the standard way, and the red one is our gas. See, this one goes that way, this one goes that way. It's actually nice on these two because you could use them to oppose each other. Tighten them both up. Oh yeah, equal. That on there. And then this is the one I'm gonna use for just heating. I'm not gonna use it for torching. I'm not gonna I don't wanna cut that thing in half. I just wanna, you know, heat it up. Loosen that up a little. Point it that way. Oh, she doesn't want to point on me out here. Come on. Point that way. And we'll tighten it. Oof, turn on the oxygen. I can hardly turn it on. It's tight. It's tight. I'm gonna turn these. When you turn these, you want to turn them all the way on till they're seated against the back. It's got 2,000 PSI. That one's got about 1,550 PSI. And then, so what did they say? You want to set the oxygen to 15. And if that's 40, then that's 20. So that's about, I'd say that's about 15. And then this one, acetylene, is to set to 7. Oh, it's on, it's on. I thought those were off. Okay, that's set to 15. Set to 15. And this one gets set to 7. It's pretty low. 5, 6, 7. So that's set to 7. That's set to 15-ish. And let me get my welding gloves on, because we're actually welding. Not really. And then I want to get this set up in a vise over here in the sun. Should be nice. Yeah, let's just get this on here like that. Yeah, that should be sufficient for me to pull downwards. Here, nice to wrap up your striker for you. And we're gonna turn on our gas first. Get this sparked. That even scared me. There we go. There's a nice little flame. If we can get this thing going. Give it a little bit more. Not that much, Hawk. There we go. Just want to get this thing good and hot. Right here on this bend here. Yeah, I get this thing red. I want this thing to be red hot, so it just bends for me. Remember, heat goes up. Oh, come on. My pocket box scared the hell out of me again. Just want to get this thing molten. This would be nice, working on heavy duty projects. See if it does anything yet. Yeah, she's coming out of it. Just gonna bend it a little bit, not too much. Get a little bit more heat right there. Get that top side relaxed, the bottom side enhanced. And then pull it this way. Oh, yeah. I think we're good. I think we're good on that. Maybe twist it just a little bit more. Twist it, because this is level. Just want to get this level. Get this level with that. Okay, shut this off now. Let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks on the old monkey bike here. That is tight. Yeah, that looks better than it was. Clean her up a little. Yeah, she got hot. That's fine. That should do the trick. Yeah, it's level-ish. It's not all bent back like a curly Q. So that was a success. And then drop your torch in the mud. That's good for it. The grass and the mud treats the tip like you want it to be treated. That is a tight oxygen. Turn that off. Turn that one off. Could leave those set where they are. Give it a little wrapper. Give it a wrap it before you slap it. And that is how you use a brazing torch. Now here's the cutting tip. This is for cutting. Boost it with the oxygen and cut through steel and aluminum and stuff with that. And then the sparker. Spark is all it takes. Alrighty, that worked. Ish. Got nowhere to put this thing. Probably just put it back where it was. Okay. Yep, she's still warm. Warm to the touch. I just kind of assumed, you know, a 54-year-old bike, it would be easier to change the clutch, especially because I got two clutches for like $15 or something. So I didn't think it was like any kind of an amazing sort of a situation or anything I had going on here. That's what you get for assuming things, you know. Whenever you assume things, you make an ass out of you and me. So yeah, it was me, it was my bad. Can't keep mad at anybody but myself. Certainly not mad at Honda. They had to use a custom nut there, obviously for a reason. Couldn't just put a 20mm bolt in there. I don't know why, but they must have had some kind of reason. Afraid people were going to change their clutches on the trail. I don't know. And then they want you to get a custom clutch basket holder, and that's not going to happen. I'm not going to buy a custom clutch basket holder. Gonna buy anything more than I absolutely positively need. Just like I'm not buying a new GoPro until I got 1,000 subscribers. Hey, I just beat 100. I just passed 100 subscribers this weekend. So thanks, you guys. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. And showing you, I got these Jeff Tech Metal Garage logos that I've been put on my coverall. I put them on my jacket. I think I was gonna get some black work shirts and put a couple on those and just give them away to random subscribers here and there. But it looks like now I have to buy new bits for my extractor tool. I have to wait till Friday for that tool. And it looks like we're at a standstill again. And I hate that. That kind of makes it even more difficult to stay motivated when you got to keep buying parts. It's just a little, you know, it's necessary, it's rudimentary, it's obnoxious, but it is what it is. And ooh, I can use this one on here instead of that one, because we all know the white zip ties don't have any UV resistance. And this is gonna look way better. That's how you recycle. That's how you recycle stuff, right like that. And junk, tools, more tools. Yeah. This is why my life is so disorganized, because I'm constantly using the same tools over and over and throwing them right back on top, because that's where they're gonna be when I need them the next time. Head up there. So yeah, this one's all ready to go, ready for another summer enduro type fun. Look at all the screws that came off just for that one little project there. Bend this a little bit straighter. Yeah, this thing is still warm to the touch in the whole thing. Yeah, there we go. Get the nut back on there. That thing is just worn right down to nutting. Yeah, I said it. And I need to get some, the back one's holding there, the front one's not. Get some 350 by 8 inner tubes, but it has to have it comes out to the side. And so these are regular wheelbarrow wheels. You can get these Amazon and on Rona and Home Depot, and you can actually buy these tires and wheels pretty much anywhere. It's literally just 3.5 by 8 inch wheelbarrow wheelbarrow wheels work. I'm just gonna throw these in there. Got the inch of oil. And here I have another spare oil container. Pop that in there. Wow, you guys, I was really hoping I'd be able to knock something out today. And then we'll put this back on there. And I'll shove this retainer in there. Get my nibbly nobbles. Get in there. You can do it. You came out of there. You got to go back. There you go. There you go. It looks better. Burn the chrome off of it, but yeah, it looks much better. The 1999 CBR 600 has got new wheel bearings, front and rear. It's got new steering stem bearings, top and bottom. The original bearings that came out of there were these nasty old round ones, and yeah, that's what came out of there. These round bearings with the seat, the top and bottom. And so the new ones are the new and improved, the tapered style. See, there's the bottom one. Pretty nasty, huh? So yeah, that's what came off of the steering stem on the 600 F4 1999. That's the last year carburetor. So thing runs great. You know, I wiped out on that thing in August, the first week of August, right before my best friend visited me from Chicago. Haven't seen him in years, and of course I tore myself up. I was recuperating, but it could have been worse. It was my fault. I hit a median that didn't exist a minute before, and Maple Ridge, you know, again, it's my fault, but Maple Ridge put up a median. They put a median on the Haney bypass over here by 7-Eleven, and I was coming, I wanted to go wide because there's usually debris on the inside, and I went wide and I hit the median, and the second that I hit that new concrete abutment, it pulled the handlebars, boom, like this. So my hand was on the brake lever and on the gas, and it just pulled, and as it pulled it to the left, it just accelerated right out from under me. I literally went, I would have literally landed on the bike and slid like this if the accelerator didn't just tear it right out of my hand. And that thing went sliding down the street. I rolled 3 times. And the third time, my instincts kicked in, and I jumped up, tore up my ankle. The whole left side of my body is just one big contusion. Wound up being about 18 individual wounds. There was a Samaritan on the side of the road at 1 o'clock in the morning. A guy and a girl, and the girl had bandages in her pocket. Of all things, there wasn't a soul around. There wasn't a car, nobody out. The first Friday in August, and I took that spill. I jumped up, picked up my bike. She says, I saw the whole thing, you know, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not okay, but I'm sorry you had to see that. You know, I was embarrassed. And she says, oh, let me see your wounds. Okay, you know, I had shorts on. It wasn't too hard to see them, but she pulls out bandages and started bandaging me before the Maple Ridge paramedic, fire truck, whatever you want to call it, showed up. And so when the Maple Ridge paramedics got there wasn't anything to do. The RCMP officer, you know, he was helpful. He called the tow truck for me. It cost me $200 to have that bike towed about 5 blocks. And I was just going out for a little, you know, I was just going out for a little midnight ride, that's all. I was restless and it was hot out and I'd been working all day. And I just put a new chain. Like I said, I had the front end to be done, and I just wanted to take it for a little ride, you know, for a little midnight ride. And that turned into, you know, 5 months of recuperating. So that wasn't any fun. Wow, there's a lot of oil still left in that thing. I'm really surprised. I thought we drained it out. That's definitely more than a 0.8 of a liter, because now I'm getting another half. That's what I got earlier. So yeah, that's a wicked amount of oil. But this is the way to really change your oil here, huh? That's how you do it. I'm gonna have to leave this thing standing up here now. Let it drain. I'll just leave it like that for a minute. She's getting better. We're slowly but slowly getting there, you know. So the reason that I picked this one to work on first, it's a 72, is because this one was in far worse shape. The kickstart mechanism was broken. Part of it was destroyed, missing, and it wouldn't kick over because the clutch slipped, and it didn't have any compression. The compression was just about nothing in this thing. I think it measured 35, but I subsequently learned that you can't honestly test these small motors with a regular automotive compression tester, because there's such a small volume of air being moved that the hose that goes to the gauge actually absorbs some of that compression just in the volume of itself, if that makes any sense. So the leak down test is really the only reliable method for these bikes. And now we got the oversized piston, oversized bored out cylinder, got the original top end. I just cleaned it up, put it all back together, checked to see if there was any kind of seals or anything on there, but these don't use seals on the valves. The new ones do. The new ones use valve stem seals, at least on the intake, I believe. But yeah, it's sunny out and I'm not getting anywhere here, so we're gonna just push this back in the garage and go take the dogs back out to the park before dinner. Thing's still weeping oil. She's still weeping oil, Batman. Yeah, gotta get this fender de-rustified. I'm gonna soak this thing in Coca-Cola, get the rust off of it. Should really get a new chain on there. That sprocket is just really loose too. So yeah, we'll get a new chain and sprocket for this thing and try to bend that one back. And wow, we got a lot of oil out of her. Let me get back up here and push her back in the garage. Wait till Friday till we get our tool. Probably gonna have to buy a new nut. Just about destroyed that thing. Trying to beat on it. Yeah, that front tire didn't hold. We're gonna need some new inner tube at least. And we're just gonna sit this right over yonder with the Honda while it drips all over the place. Take this oil. That's good oil. Pour that back in the oil reservoir here. Make sure I don't overfill it. I can hear my little dogs barking. Yeah, it all fit. It's pretty dirty, but that's fine. Yeah. Well, you guys, that was not anywhere near as productive as I hoped, but we're getting there. One step at a time, one schlep at a time. Put the sucker back in here sideways like it was, I guess. And I don't know how I'm gonna close the door with that. I have to stand here and hold it, I guess. Oh, jeez. What the heck? Come on. Everything's in my way all the time. Jeebers, weebers. Yeah, I gotta stand here and hold it. Because, see, it would never have cleared. I got too many motorcycle in this here garage here. Well, you guys, thanks again for coming along, and thanks for joining me here on Jeff Tech Metal Garage. I'll see you Friday, and we'll get that clutch changed real quick. Thanks again.